back and now tune into the other side of sports. I'm your host, Laws in the building. It's me, it's Aaron. We in here, we rocking out, dog. You know why we here. You know why. The Washington Wizards have traded away Bradley Beal to the Suns for a ham sandwich, a propel, and some honey roasted cashew nuts, dog. What is going on, Aaron?
Which I asked for.
Nah, do we not going to
You
do
knew it was coming. We can't avoid it. Accountability,
No,
the same way we tell women
I
to have accountability.
we ain't asked for this though, Aaron.
That is
We ain't
exactly
asked
what
for
y'all
this.
asked for. Y'all asked to start over. That's what starting over looks like. Is having nothing, tanking, being trash. That's what starting over looks like. What'd you think it looked like?
Dog, I mean, okay. I'm okay with a start over. But
It don't
dog,
sound like you are. That's what this is. What you think a start over look like?
yeah, you right. You right. Nah, start overs, no, this ain't a start over, Aaron. Because if
I don't
we
know what else
starting
it look
over,
like.
hold on. If we starting over for real, Wes Unseld Jr., the first Bama out the door, gone.
Right, but he was still head coach when y'all were clamoring for a Bill trade 2 days ago. He wasn't fired then,
Honestly, Bill should have been traded 2 years ago when you could have got something for him. The
but he
fact that these
wasn't.
Bama's gave him the no trade clause, that ain't our fault. These idiots gave him that. These Bama's put him in the driver's seat to make these decisions. And then, and
He wasn't in
then,
the driver's seat. We can't pretend like the Bama didn't have 4 years left on his contract. Y'all, the fans and the management, were the ones acting desperate about moving him. You start the season, you let his trade value go up, you wait till somebody get injured, but he wasn't in the driver's seat. They didn't have to trade him. But the cheap owner wanted to purge all of the salary and not have to pay. And Bama's that didn't like Bradley Beal for personal reasons or bad takes wanted him to go to prove a point. And the point is, y'all about to be the worst team in the league next year. And I'm not paying a penny of my money.
I I can't watch it, dog. It's
It's
literally
unwatchable.
unwatchable.
It's unwatchable.
It's unwatchable with Bradley Bill there, dog. So this joke go about to be. I'm about to be watching Law and Order.
So now you go when football season over. Instead of having that little
No,
buffer until
hey, bro, I'm be downstairs podcasting, dog. We ain't even going.
Bama will
I'll
have to
be
pick up
down
a
in
new hobby.
we gonna be doing relationship advice or something, dog. I don't know. Yeah, we gonna have to find something else to do. Man, we playing midnight golf. I don't know, bro. I can't watch it. These Bama's, oh, is there in like I don't know, dog. I'm not an NBA GM, but to me, it
You
just
ain't worse
doesn't.
than what's going on now. You could have got a better deal than what just happened yesterday.
I'm just trying to figure out, like, and this is the thing that's problematic because my thought process around how to like navigate it and what like other media are saying, they're like, I, I don't know, but you can't. If you're coming to him and you're saying, "Look, we trying to start over. We're trying to trade you. We know you have the no trade clause, right? Boom, boom, boom. You know, because apparently the Wizards did field other offers, and some of the other offers were better. But it's like they didn't really have a say in what offer they could take in this situation. And it's like, dog, before you take what you took, because what you took was like,
What pisses me off is we watch other Bama's best player field them stuff that changes the franchise around. We talking about high draft picks, other young players, even solid players. These Bama's didn't get anything in return. A handful of second round picks. It's egregious. And then we have to pretend like there's desperation, like the trade deadline was at 4 o'clock yesterday.
why are
It
they
wasn't.
so?
And they
So
did
so
the trade
that
before the draft when you didn't get a one, which is the dumbest I've ever seen in my life. This might be the worst move in sports history.
this is the worst move in sports history, dog, hands down. And I don't know what where the drivers were to make this happen,
You
other
do know.
than Ted Leonsis, dog. Because there's no way as a new GM you can convince me to take this deal, dog. You're just coming in and you going push this trade through that basically makes you look like an idiot and incompetent at your job,
To the
and
rest of
you
the league.
just got here. You just got here.
All that goodwill you and Rick and everybody else was giving them Bamas when they came in the door just because they were different. The joint is hilarious. It's like a woman, dog. When they leave one terrible Bama, the next Bama they get is the best thing in the world. But your decision making is what's wrong.
Dog, this is
Stop.
so bad and so poor. I just don't even have words for it. Like, I'm done with the team, dog. I cannot root for the Washington Wizards again.
You have
And
to.
I've been and I, no, dog, I cannot do it. I only got abuse, only abuse for one team left in me, dog. I can only be abused by one team at a time, dog. I can't be here just getting abused by both teams, dog. Bama's treat me like I'm in lockup and just I can't do it, dog.
But you got your wish on both teams. Dan is gone, so automatically that means it's going to be better, right? And now Bill is gone, so automatically
No, so
this is part of the process.
so Bill, this is the thing. Bill in itself, and I said this, we can go back and check the tapes. Bill in itself gone does not make the team better.
Y'all acted
It
like it
just
did. You and your tag team partner acted like it did, dog.
I'm not saying it. Listen, I never. Let me just say this. I've never said that Bradley Bill is a bad player, and I've never said that he's not. He shouldn't be on this team. What I said is that the people who are in position, who are making the decisions around this team, clearly have no vision. They don't know what to do with this franchise, what to do with the team or the pieces. And I felt at the time when we were like saying that Bradley Bill should be booed, that it was advantageous for them to try to get some assets back in order to change the direction of the team, because what you were going to pay Bradley Bill in comparison to the numbers and contracts for other players who are supposedly in the tier that he's in just was not going to match up value wise. I didn't want these Bammers to not get nothing back. I didn't want the Bammers to trade this Bammer for me and you to have me on the team.
First of all, I'd be better than
No,
what they got at 40
exactly.
years old. I'd be better than what they
That's
got
what
in
I'm
that
saying.
trade.
If they traded for me and you, dog, that and then and the media would be in up in
It would
arms
be
and
more
elbows.
excitement because Bama's be like, oh, they got these two rec league Bamas. We at least want to see how bad it's gonna be. But what they got now, dog. When the Bama called me to ask me about them season tickets, because he been blowing my phone up the last couple weeks, I'm gonna tell that Bama SMD, dog. I'm like, how dare you call my phone
Dog,
after that BS?
you cannot call nobody and ask them for season tickets, dog. The tickets better be given away every week on a radio station, dog, for free.
They gonna have to be to fill that stadium because it was empty as is. Like if you go to the games where Bradley Bill was injured and didn't play, dog, it's crickets in that joint. The joint is like 35%, 40% full.
So this is the thing. The move is so desperate. It just it, it's so disheartening because the level of desperation they've showed in this one move lets me know that all the other subsequent moves that's about to happen are just as bad.
So
And
let
it
me
looks
ask you
like the
this:
desperation is just gonna grow because now you know what happens, Aaron. It's like
they heard it and they've responded already because you saw what they just leaked. Did you see what they just leaked?
the poor Zingas.
Exactly. You know how it works in this town. When they saw the uproar and everybody saying how terrible they were, all of a sudden they got some good news, and then everybody's gonna forget what just happened.
Dog, it's not good news when you're showing me off the gate you don't know what the frick you're doing.
But if they get the third pick, y'all gonna calm down and get excited about whatever Bama they draft at 3. Don't
Dog.
lie to me, dog.
They get scooped.
If they get schooled, you can be like, okay, well, you gonna
Hey,
justify it.
yeah, they get one of the Thompson brothers, dog. The Thompson is nice. But young, I'm
Because
gonna
they were
shake out.
talking about
I'm gonna shake
what's the
out of that
dude?
dream, dog.
What's the dude from Arkansas, Brandon Miller? They were talking
Miller.
about whoever picks second is going to grab Brandon Miller instead of Scoot. So if they get the third pick and end up getting Scoot, you're going to be Sice. Bama's going to justify the Bradley Bill trade, or at least act like it didn't really happen.
No,
after
you
the
cannot
fact.
justify giving a 24-8 Bama away for nothing. You have to get something, even at the expense of the trade talks going mute and getting disgruntled on the whole jump. I mean, hell, keep Bradley Bill and trade Porzingis and get the number 3. Like, I just
Exactly.
like to me,
They didn't
it's
have to
just
make the trade. This is a salary dump. The owner is cheap, and he didn't want to pay the salaries. Like you did not. The Bama was not in his last year. Everybody keeps acting like that's what happened. Like something had to be done. This just speaks of the owner not wanting to pay. He telling them Bamas it's manipulative because he acted like it's a new regime coming in. Stuff gonna be different. He gonna let them do what they want to do. But you can't convince me that a Bama came in and this is what he wanted to do out the gate.
There's no way you can convince me that this is a. If I'm new, Aaron, I'm coming into a job. I'm trying to earn as much goodwill as possible, and I'm not
Facts.
trying to put no stains on my record after the regime that just
Exactly.
was fired before me, dog. And you mean to tell me this tells me? Do you know what this tells me, Aaron? This tells me that the new Bama's
Ted's
that
still
have
running
come
the
in,
show.
that the new Bama's that are coming in don't have no real control over what's happening with this franchise. Everything
That's
that's
a
been
fact.
sold to us is a lie. They have no control over what's happening with this franchise. If this is the if this is the bullet they're willing to take in order to like appease
To have
the
the job.
ownership.
Yeah.
And they hide
It's
this young
ridiculous.
Bama. They try to tell us that, oh, this new GM, he's up and coming and this and that.
This
No,
Joe
this is
Blow.
a control move by the owner. And now that Daniel Snyder is no longer the Washington Commanders owner of the franchise, Ted Leonsis is in the crosshairs. We just going, he is ruining. Matter of fact, he has
He's
ruined.
worse than Dan. I don't care what none of y'all say. I know everybody hate Dan, all this, and that. He's worse than Dan. The winning percentage is worse over the last 10 years. The management decisions have been worse. The nepotism has been worse. It's no excuse.
This
It's no
man has
excuse.
single-handedly destroyed the Washington Wizards. It's since
And y'all
they
lucky
told
basketball is over. So it's no Chuck and Shaq to clown these Bamas. You really just listening to talking heads on the radio. They waited till the season was over to pull this garbage.
no, this is the worst. This might be the worst. Dog, first of all, if you look at the Wizards' track record of worst moves in NBA history,
This is the worst by far.
we got at least two of the top three Jones. The Kwame Brown Jones is up there. It's up there, dog.
The and the one I think is up there, the Roy and what's the Jewish Bama?
The Roy and Denny appeasement, that's up
The
there.
choice, yeah.
The what was the Czechoslovakian Bama?
Jan
dog?
Vesely.
Jan
Jan
Vesely.
Vesely.
That's up
And
there,
then
dog.
what was the other Bama? The 7 foot
What was
Bama,
the what was
Ulster.
the dog? If
They got
we
some
go,
terrible draft picks up there.
nah, dog. We got because it's egregious, and there's no way you can convince. Dog, word on the street is rumored that like even these picks, it's all business interest oriented. It's not about winning. It's not about getting the
It's never
franchise.
been about that.
It's how can we improve relations with these different
With Chevy Chase and
these
Chinatown and dog, the people not stupid. I see exactly what's going on. And the Bama's not getting no more of my bread. I don't care if he passed it to his son or whatever else he got going on that he's using. The Bama's just manipulative. He's trying to give you the impression that it's going to be changed and that things are going to be different, that they're moving different.
Let's go down these picks, dog, because you need. This is the. Now it all makes sense, dog. It wasn't the GMs. The whole time we blaming Ernie, and Ernie is just a byproduct of Ted. These Bamas is the same, dog. But the whole time we looking at this Bama like what was the show, the Scooby Doo, dog? And then the Bama take the hood off and it's Ted the whole time.
And they're accusing the other owner across town of the same thing when you watching this joint in live action take place.
Dog, Johnny Davis can't bust a grape. I can find him up buoy. We can go hoop right now. Corey Kispert, glorified
I like him.
11th man who can shoot the rock. He's still a bench player, all right? Is he a
He a starter now. They got 3 white starters. So
Denny
maybe they'll
Hopkins
show up for the game.
told us
Garbage.
he was the Jewish Jordan. This Bama really the Jewish what was the Bama who played with them for years? And the point guard that the Chicago Bulls had back in the day, dog. The short He won with Jordan, the first, I think the first championship they won.
Not Ron Harper. You talking about
Not Ron Harper, dog. He
B.J. Armstrong?
BJ Armstrong. This Bama did he the turkey, he the Jewish BJ Armstrong. Bama a bench player, dog, get a couple glory moments. He trash. He trash, Ern.
Trash with a nickname. Get him out of here.
Dog. Then we had Vic Krajicki. I don't even know. This Bama from Spain. We drafted him in the second round 2020. He ain't even never see. We don't even know the Bama name because he ain't never see the light of day. Rui Hashimura, we drafted him with the ninth pick 2019. We traded this Bama away for a sock and a We Are One hoodie and didn't get nothing back. Troy Brown Jr., Ern. Remember him? Remember
Trade
what
up
I
to get
said
him.
remember what I said what was going to happen when we drafted him, dog? Remember I told everybody the Bama was just a regular Bama you could find up Bowie Rec Center? Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Trash, Aaron. Trash. I don't even want to talk about these second round picks because I have to talk about the second round picks because we got second round
That's all
picks
they
now,
got.
Aaron. That's all these Bama's got now. So we got to talk about second round picks and what they did with them. Isuf Sanan from Slovenia, dog. What, dog? You know me, dog. I got love in my heart.
He trying to build a UN team, dog.
I got love for it's no hate. Trust me. As oppressed, it's Juneteenth. As oppressed as black people been in America and in the United States of America, I have no ill will to no other ethnic groups out here. But we talking about basketball and sports. I don't know no Slovenia in the whole world that can beat me one-on-one right now. Ern, I'm not even. If you got one, put the cash up. We can walk to the outside basketball courts in my neighborhood or wherever, and I guarantee they won't get over 6 points, dog. It's like a youngin' beating me in basketball. It's not happening, Ern.
So Deladon ain't got nothing for you.
Dog, I'm telling you, she gonna beat me because she
She a cooker.
I'm saying the top five. I say the top 5% of WNBA young is gonna beat me, dog. We just gonna keep it 100. The top 5%. The rest of the 95%, I'm beating 95% of all WNBA youngins today. Straight out, I take the gold polo off, throwing the shorts, put on some sneakers, and I'm getting buckets. They not scoring. If you want, I put the bread up. That's all I'm saying. Put the bread up. Because I know people listening, like, dog, you just being real disrespectful right now and stuff. It's not, they going to have to make stipulations. Dog, you can't post up. You can't do this. You can't do, because, dog,
You can't score in the paint.
I ain't dunked in 5 years, dog. I'm dunking in this junk if the bread is on the line. I'm trying to feed my family. It's a difference. So we can throw that out the window. Back to these Bamas. Isuf Sanan, do you know what he looked like, Aaron? I haven't seen the Bama ever. This is 2018.
Never heard of
You
him.
can't bust a grape. 2015, 2017, 16, and we ain't had no draft picks. 2015, Jerry Grant, we drafted him 19. He turned about to be okay. We ain't reaped the benefits. 2015 second round pick, Aaron White. Never seen him play. 2014 second round pick, okay, Jordan Clarkson.
Then they traded the Bama.
They traded him away. He became a solid player, a borderline all-star player or whatever. Otto Porter, we had him. Bama leave our team, go off to another team, win a championship at 54 years old, Aaron.
Has it ever been worse with the basketball team in this city? I can't think of a time that it's been worse. And they've had some garbage rosters that they trotted out there. But this is by far the worst.
This is the worst it's ever been. And right now, it's like they got the spotlight on them because the Washington Commanders have made a pivot. So everything is it just look it's green pastures over
Right, right.
what's it in
Until they
Richmond
touch
right now.
down and start messing
Yeah,
up
yeah.
too.
So the game started playing. So the game stopped being played. Like everything, they can't do no wrongs right now, dog.
And it's even better for them because the coaching staff is already in place, so they get at least a year where none of their decision making is really reflected on the team. So they basically got a year and a half before they're even held
They get a
responsible
pass.
for
Their
anything
Bama's
that
is
happens.
they chilling right now, dog. Because it really anything that happened, people won't give them a pass and be like, oh yeah, they just got here. Woo, woo. These
Right.
Bama's, dog, the track record is so bad and so poor that like we looking for a glimpse of hope, and these Bama's just continue to pile on the funny business. Dog, 2013, Arsalan Kasimi. Never heard of him, Aaron.
UN
Did the
team, bro.
Bama even see the floor one time?
UN.
Then we got Bradley Beal in 2012. And he's essentially been our best player since for the duration of
Since
time.
Wall left.
Since 2012, dog.
No,
Thomas
that's not true.
Santorowski.
That was your man.
Oh, Thomas Santorowski, a work hard Bama who can't get no buckets, Aaron. We seen it before. Jan Vesely. Dog, you know when they picked this Bama, Jan Vesely?
You went straight to Google to see who is
The
this nigga.
sixth pick, Aaron. The
That's
sixth
crazy.
pick, dog. The sixth pick. Dog.
Let's go to that draft. Let's see who else was available in that draft. What year was that?
2011.
We might as well do a whole show about the Wizards because this draft is trash.
Dog, hold on. First pick, 2011. Kyrie Irving. Second pick, Derek Williams. Third pick, Enos Kanter. Fourth pick, Tristan Thompson. Fifth pick, Valachunas. Sixth
It's about to
pick,
get interesting.
John Vesely. Seventh, Bismack Biyombo, Brandon Knight, Kimball Walker, Jimmy Fredette, Klay Thompson,
Klay Thompson. Keep going.
Alec
It's about to get
Burks,
real interesting.
Marcus Morris, Markeith Morris, Kawhi Leonard,
Kawhi Leonard.
Vucevic, Shumpert. Then we came back and had another pick in the first round, Aaron. Chris Singleton bumming. Call this Bama defensive stop. Dog, if a team ever tell
Hey, you're
me
not done.
try to
It's some more Bamas in. You got Jimmy Butler in this draft too. At 30.
Tobias Harris,
Monty
Monty
Eunice,
Eunice, Nolan Smith, Kenneth Fareed, Miritich,
Miritich,
Reggie Jackson, Marshawn Brooks, Jordan Hamilton, Jawan Johnson, Norris Cole, Corey Joseph, Jimmy Butler, Bogdanovich. Dog, this is it just it's so disheartening, bro. And granted, I'm not even saying that like the draft is hard, dog, to find guys like and get it right and stuff like that. There's a lot of like, average level players in the mix here. But dog, I'm just trying to figure out why Jan Vesely was your decision. These other Bama's is still in the league, Aaron. The other Bama's at least is still here. You can say what you want, like, oh, they was trash, they wasn't that good. But most of the other Bama's is still playing.
You got productivity out of a lot of them guys, like a Kenneth Fareed. Like there's a lot of guys who had at least a good 4 or 5 year run that you could have got some productivity out of.
You got nothing. You got nothing from Jan Vesely, dog. Chris Singleton, trash. Shelvin Mack, another work hard Bama who can't bust a grape. John Wall, the first pick, you're not supposed to miss on the first round pick. John Wall had a good career. He had a good career with us.
Who of the Wizards
before
ever
that-
drafted that was better?
I
Not
don't
Gilbert
think they
Arenas
have-
because he wasn't drafted here. I don't know that they've drafted anybody better
They
in my
haven't,
lifetime.
dog. Lazar Hayward, Nemechek Belinka, Jeremy Taylor, JaVale McGee, Henry Walker, Nick Young. Nick Young had a decent career. Dominic McGuire. Oh, dog, this is 40 years of trash. Dog, there's not one Bama on this list. I'm going back to 1998, dog. And I don't see not one Bama on this drafted list that can bust a grape other than Bradley Beal and John Wall, dog. Everybody else is just
And that's the main
regular
ones the
no
fans tried to
smoke.
run off the team. The two main guys that people couldn't wait to get off the team. So this is what the fan base deserves.
No, before the last pick, before John Wall, that came to this team, that was like that. That where we was like, oh, this Bama's good. What year you think the last Bama? And at this time, what you call it didn't own the team.
Abe.
Abe owned the team at the time. Abe
So
got
thinking back,
three Bamas, 3 to 4 Bamas off break. That's better than the last 40 years of the Bamas we've been picking. He had Rasheed Wallace. He picked. He
yeah,
picked
right.
Juwan Howard. They got Juwan Howard. Tom Gugliotta.
See, that's before my time though. Like Bama's was just like kids really watching
That's
with Tom Gugliotta
They had
and
Muggsy Bogues in '87.
I'm 5 years old. I don't know what's going on. I'm not
right.
analyzing basketball at that
You're
age.
right. You're right.
In our real lifetime would have been the Jordan era, really. Maybe high school, but really like
you
early
saw
2000s.
95 up or 97 up.
We'll even say the Rod Strickland, Chris Webber squad on.
Okay.
They didn't draft Chris Webber. They traded for him. They didn't draft. They drafted Juwan Howard. That's how
Okay.
really they ended up with Chris Webber. They didn't draft Rod Strickland. They traded for him. So you got to go back from John Wall. You got to go to Juwan Howard before you got a Bama that's halfway decent NBA player.
Dog, these Bamas just squandered first round picks. Jared Jeffries with the 11th pick.
Chris Hayes,
Jarvis Hayes.
Jarvis Hayes. Yeah. Oh, it's bad. They don't know what they're doing over there.
Devin Harris with the 5th.
They traded him.
Devin
That's when the
Harris.
Antoine Jameson trade happened.
But
So he never played with the Wizards. He went to Dallas.
Andre Bloch, Vladimir.
No, this is no lie. Andre Bloch, right? When the Wizards drafted this Bama, he used to play open gym with me out in Kettering. He'd come in that gym with his weak youngin' and not even cooking in there.
Dog. You could just let me just go around the city and I can just go to tournaments at the Berry Farms League and just I can feel the roster better than the
than
Washington Wizards right now. Just going around, just grabbing
Just the
random
city.
Bamas off the street, dog. Just the city alone. I can go grab young Bamas too. Like not even just like super old Bama. I'm talking about like under 25, like, and just be like, oh, this Bama can do it. Like he league ready. He could do it right now.
And they would smash the current roster. They traded
Stop
Jordan
a
Goodwin.
mud
It's
hole.
like, no, the Jordan is just, it's wild.
Dog, we sat here and told the team Jordan Goodwin is probably the best point
Was the
guard
best
on
point
the
guard
roster.
they had on the roster. Not
He
even
wasn't
close.
getting no minutes. And it was like, now he's gone because other teams with competent talent evaluators can see, oh, this Bama kid, he got something to offer.
He's going to start in
And
Phoenix within the next 2 years. Watch. And be a
he's-
lockdown
he-
defender, and Bama's going to act like they never heard of him.
He's starting in Phoenix next year because Phoenix ain't got no bread on the roster to pay nobody, and that's like a piece they gonna really need. And he gonna be starting, and he gonna be looking like a monster out there, jump. Because one, he gonna be playing with other very extremely talented players, and you know how it goes, dog. When you playing with other names, they gonna be like, dog, this Bama's a beast. Like, how they let him go? And again, it's gonna reflect poorly on the franchise again. I'm done with the roster. I'm done with the Washington Wizards. They will not. I'm not watching them on TV. Though, matter of fact, if it go to the game and the Washington Wizards are playing, I'm switching the channel, dog. I will not support them in any way. I'm not talking. Dog, we're gonna have to find other content, dog. I just, unfortunately, I mean, we talk
We're
sports
going to
and stuff.
do
and we talk
relationship
local sports.
podcast. No
I'm
more
just going-
basketball.
yeah, no more basketball. Dog. He not. Bama's thinking we joking. I'm
When football
dead
season
serious.
over, I'm not watching one game. I'm not paying for one ticket. And I'm not watching on TV either, dog. When you
People
bring
gonna
them
be
up, I'm going to say
hitting me.
you do this segment by yourself because I'm not talking about the Wizards.
They're gonna be like, dog, why y'all don't talk about the Wizards? There's nothing to talk about. I will start talking about the Wizards when these Bamas win more than 55 games.
When they get a player better than Beal, that's when I'll talk about him. Other than that, you got the
whatever they
segment
gonna
solo.
sell us right now, Wes Unseld Jr., trash. This Bama don't know how to coach.
They had
If
enough
I was
talent to be
looking,
a playoff team last year.
Aaron, you in the league right now. If you was looking for your team was looking for a coach, just somebody to just
Hell
if
no. We'd be
Westell
better
Jr.
off
Snell Jr.
without him.
was right, I'd rather coach myself. And trust me, like sometimes we talk like this. If I see the Bama at Busboys and Poets, I'm like, what's up? Like, it's all cool. Like, just because you're a trash coach don't mean you're a trash person. You know what I'm saying? It just means you just don't know what you're doing, bro. And there's a lot of people, no, it's bad
In
barbers
the
out
general
here, it's
workforce.
bad
Right.
doctors out here, it's bad, like it's a lot of people. You go to a lawyer and you're like, yo, I
Incompetent.
need this man. He just don't know what he's doing. But he's still getting paid. People still, soliciting their services. You could go to Bama, you go to a barbershop around the corner, they out the door, oh, you need a cut. If you in a situation where you just the cut $10, you gonna sit in the chair. He might, nick it, line up, all types of stuff, dog. But it's just life. It's just life. So it's not like it's only like 5 real good coaches in the league for real. All right. Like for real, it's like 5. It's like 5 to maybe 10 out of the 32 teams are like real competent head coaches that know what they're doing, dog. That know what they're doing. It's just how it is. That's football. It's all across the board. And people want to know why Ted Leonsis only dumped money into the hockey team. It's because the hockey team is cheap, dog. This Bama Ovechkin is the best player on the franchise. Bama going to Hall of Fame. How much you think he make, dog? Bama's annual salary like $12 million.
Oh, yeah. That's pennies. That's why he. Okay, now it makes sense. But
His
remember, we
annual
talked
salary
about
like
this.
$12 million. His deal he signed was 5 years, $47 million, Aaron.
When they won the chip, we said this going to set the Wizards back 5 years. It turns out it set them back 10 years. But when the Capitals won, it was the worst thing that could possibly happen for the Wizards.
Dog, he does not want to spend money. He does not want to. And real talk, I mean, I'm not in the inner workings. This is all speculation. But the way it looks to me, because now all the responsibility is on Ted's shoulders. It's not on the GM. Tommy, I know I'm a good judge of character, dog. Bama's just don't be swindling me like that, dog. Otherwise, I wouldn't have nothing because
Especially
if I
them
just
types.
now that I understand that the Bama Tommy wasn't that bad of a GM, dog, probably. It was Ted yoking the strings behind this Bama's back and making him do stuff, puppeteering all this stuff, dog. It's Ted.
Ernie too, though. We owe both of the Babbers an apology.
I
It's the
know.
owner.
And honestly, I bet with Ernie, it was more just like I'm the GM of an NBA franchise. I have all this authority. It looks like I have all this power. Like, I'm like the prestige of it probably got him the feeling like where that was it for him, right? And Tommy kind of looked and was shadowing that whole situation. And Ted was like, oh, I can puppeteer this dude too. So this is the good succession plan because I can puppeteer him too. And he puppeteered this Bama on Broadway, dog. Because it looked like,
and then doing the same thing with the new
doing
regime.
the same exact thing. And now he got a new regime with new You know what? See, again, what it is these Bamas that have come in, he can paint the face that is something new because he understands
exactly
the
what he
logic.
did.
He understands the logic of most general American fan base of NFL sports teams. And Aaron, you alluded to it earlier that when the circumstances change, people automatically assume that everything else
It's going to
changes
be
with
better.
it.
Yes.
But if the ownership is trash, it's all trash, dog. If you buy my house and when you buy it structurally, the foundation is broken, it doesn't matter what renovations I do. If the foundation is cracked all across the whole seal, right? And I don't gut up the whole foundation of the house, dog, I can get a new kitchen. I can get a new, interior designer. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna get a whole new interior
It
on
ain't
this
gonna
joint. We're
pass
gonna look
inspection.
like the foundation is cracked on the Washington Wizards franchise. And it started with Ted Leon. He's the foundation, and it's cracked.
Can we send the squad back to Baltimore and start fresh with an expansion team? Can we send Ted with him?
When Ted Leonsis acquired the team, it was over for the franchise. He knows nothing about basketball, and he cares only about business and the bottom line and the numbers. And anybody he's going to hire, that needs to be their motivating force or main priority for him. How do we keep salaries down? When they no, this town is so, I see it so clear. I see it so clear. This town and the owner, they care nothing about winning basketball games. Winning is at the lowest bottom tier of the totem pole. It's all about business, bottom line, revenues. That's all that matters.
And that's exactly why I say he's a worse owner than the other owner. Regardless of the terrible decisions that Bama made, nobody can argue that he wanted to win. He might have tried to win his way, or the Bama might make terrible decisions when it comes to picking coaches, GMs, culture, all of that stuff. You can't tell me the Bama didn't try to win or didn't try to spend the bread. Now, when the bread ran out and the piggyback was empty, that's a whole nother story. But the Bama he was trying, swinging and missing, trying, swinging and missing. The Bama wanted to win desperately, but he couldn't do it because the Bama's an idiot. Yeah. This dude is manipulative, and being in the same city as Dan Snyder has created this cloud of protection around Ted. And then he wins a championship with the hockey team. So it's like you got a bunch of idiots in this city, and somehow that makes him a better basketball owner, or Bama's don't want to criticize him because he won with the other team. Wizards have been trash. I haven't even looked it up, but I guarantee the winning percentage over the last 10 years is worse than what the football team joint is. There's no way it's not.
It gotta be, dog. It gotta be.
Because at least the football team hover around 8-8, 7-9. You know what I mean? Like, they never go number one overall pick. Even the year where they got the pick with Chase Young, they won, what, like 5 games?
Yeah. The Washington Wizards won 42% of the, of the time this season. So this the past season, they were trash. Let me see the all-time, John. I thought that was all-time. Yeah, they 451 all-time. That's under 500. Yeah, the team is trash. But I see it now clear, dog. It's Ted Leonsis. And there would be no changes. It would just be a recycling. It's like having dirty clothes on, right? And instead of washing them, you get them wet and you just throw them back in the dryer. And then you just pull them out and be like, yeah, we good. Dog, this franchise will not ever do anything positive or win games as long as Ted Leonsis is the owner.
They won't make an Eastern Conference Finals with him as the owner. I ain't even talking about a chip. They won't play in one Eastern Conference Final game.
Yeah, dog. And this guy is so crafty because he hires people that will paint the perception that things will be different. But he puppeteers behind the scenes. It's really genius, honestly. It's really genius. And he's done it for 25 plus years. All right. Our entire lifetime, this Batman's been puppeteering the worst moves in basketball ever. You look at, dog, I guarantee you, I don't even know this is a fact, but if you look it up, please, fans out there who rock with us heavy, do the research for us. Find a team that's drafted more foreign Bamas than us. In the first and second rounds of NBA drafts, find a team that's drafted more foreign Bamas that nobody's ever heard of than us. I guarantee we at the top of the list. I guarantee it, Aaron. So from here on out, I'm not following the team. I'm not rooting for the team. I've been stopped buying the merchandise, dog. I'm not even wearing my Washington Wizards polo when I go golf no more. The joint is going in the trash.
I'm burning my stuff. I got authentic jerseys and everything. They getting burnt. We might have to do a segment with these Bamas.
If a Bama offer me some tickets to go to see the Washington Wizards, I'ma say I'd rather see the Mystics, though. I'd rather support the Mystics. At least they got a track record for winning. But in reality, I don't really want to support none of it, dog. Cause the Bama, any low bread he get, you know what he gonna do. Go
Oh,
go
this is
trash.
egregious.
What you see?
I'm
What you
looking at the
find out?
drafts, dog. I'm
It's
back at
egregious.
93, 90. Dog, this is terrible. This is terrible.
Dog, if you did the auto, you know, like when you drafting in like fantasy football league,
Random
Joe,
select.
you just do the random select. You
You
just
get a
be
better
like, yo,
draft.
you'll get a better draft, dog. If you just let the computer pick your jump, you gonna
If
get a
you let
better
Mel
player.
Kiper pick your joint, dog, you got a better draft. I'm just watching TV. I ain't gonna do no scouting. Imagine the resources they waste in fuel, salaries, and all this stuff on
Yo,
scouting. And
just close your eyes, eeny, meeny, mighty, motor jump, dog, and you gonna pick a better Batman than what these Batmans come up with.
100%.
I'm done. I don't care if these Batmans draft LeBron James' little brother,
They
first
gonna
pick
have
overall.
to.
I don't care, dog, because at the end of the day, they don't care about winning. So even if they draft the right Bama, they gonna be playing politics, trying to get Denny minutes and doing all this other extra foolishness that
They
does not
already,
care about winning.
yeah.
That's
We
gonna hold
already
the
called
team
him
down.
out on trying to feature Denny and all this stuff like he's some kind of star. And the joint is just weird because his quality of play doesn't really equate with what we've been seeing him doing from a marketing standpoint, from a media standpoint. It's so obvious what these Bama's is trying to do.
Yeah, I'm done with it, and I know now it took this conversation to really come to the realization of what it really is, dog. At first, you know, I feel so relieved, Aaron. Like I feel like it's a weight off my shoulders, bro. Cause now I understand. I whole time I'm thinking it's the GM and he making these stupid moves. I'm like, dog, what is they doing? No, it's Ted. Ted is the culprit, dog. And I guarantee you, nobody will be on the radio really championing that thought process because they want access. They need to be around. They report on their team, the
Exactly.
buddy. You know how it go, dog. But we don't got no loyalties to the. It's Ted Leonsis. He's the culprit. He's the person responsible for all these terrible moves, and he should be the one on the hot seat. But you can't really put the owner on the hot seat. Unfortunately, it just is what it is. Basketball is not like football. You can be a loser for 40 years and nobody really cares. Football is a lot more pressure if you're a loser. Like they just, it's just hard because it's definitely much more talked about, but it is what it is, yeah. It is what it is. Subscribe to the channel. Follow us at OSS 980 at Other Side of Sports. We out.